Hey, I'm Dean and this is Legacy Voyage. In Season 1, I'm documenting my journey to earning my first 100K net worth as a full-time college student. Join me as I share some of the lessons I learned along the way.
It's pretty late right now, so I really want to make this one kind of quicker than all the other ones. I think the thing I've been thinking about lately is the power of books. There's so much knowledge and power that people put all their energy and effort into these couple pages. It's crazy to think about how I can literally take information from decades of experience and condense it down into days. And I call it decades to days just because the two Ds, but I really think it's more like centuries. Because if you think about it, a person who wants to write a book on, let's say, for example, communication, they're going to go read all the books before them, all the great books that came before them about communication and condense it all into the things that they've learned and add to it in their new book. And those authors that they're reading from read all the things that came before them. So it's really centuries and centuries of human experience that is being condensed down into one great book. And I think that's really the power of seeing in books. There's been a couple that I think are really life changing just because of when I read them at the time that I did and how it just changed my entire perspective on things. The very first one I would definitely say has to be Tiny Habits. I think Tiny Habits has changed my life forever. Although I do think Atomic Habits is it's a lot more oriented for the normal person. I think because I'm more models and mathy and driven by that logical mind of mine, I think I like a Tiny Habits more. And I just read it before Atomic Habits, so I think it that really just changed my whole trajectory. There was that book, and then there's How to Win Friends and Influence People, which is a classic. Man, that book is so good. If I could just study that book over and over again and really get the concepts down, oh my goodness, there's so much knowledge that's in that book. It's crazy to think about if someone just studied that book, nothing else, and applied every single thing it talks about, then they're guaranteed to be successful. And just yeah, just one of the things that I've started doing is from the book is really trying to get good with names. Like when someone tells me their name, I repeat it in my mind over and over and over again. And then if I meet someone new, then I test myself on the person I just met, then the person I met before them, and the person I met before them. And I'm just constantly trying to make sure that I get names down the first time someone tells me, and then attach it to the face. And then after that, whenever I see them again, pull out the name. It's like it's the easiest way to connect with someone immediately. So there's that. And then another book that I haven't read yet, but all the podcasts that I've listened to, well, it's not necessarily one book. It's like two books put together. Start with Why and Infinite Game, which I really think you can just narrow down to Infinite Game, which is by Simon Sinek. Oh my goodness. That book has literally changed my whole perspective on life. Really, the whole premise of the book is that, well, I'll probably talk about it later, but it's just because I've always thought about buying courses and looking at things, but if you really think about it, the things in books is really just a course for yourself. Like someone has poured their heart and soul into creating this book, and you can have all of that knowledge in a couple hours. I think before I just started reading books just to learn stuff, and that was kind of like the thing to do. If you aren't reading, then you aren't keeping up with the times. But I think now I've actually developed a kind of passion for books and a passion for learning everything I can because it's like podcasts are great. Podcasts are amazing, but they only have really good insights every now and then. Whereas books, it's like it's all of the author's best stuff condensed right there. And yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. That's the lesson for today. So the life update, I guess it's a couple things. I'm happy that I actually accomplished stuff today. I got a good amount of things done. There was a Toastmasters thing this morning. Toastmasters is interesting. It's like a communication club, or it's more like public speaking. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And then I also went to a Rotary dinner, and Rotary is another club that's all about service and stuff. I'm not sure how I feel about that one either. I think they're awesome, but personally, I'd probably rather spend my time trying to build something. I think. Oh, and I'm not sure if I clarified in the last episode, but I've clarified my mission statement. So it's basically, and I'll go into it. I'll probably go into it more detail next episode. But the mission is share success with everyone. That is my mission, which is, I think it's a really good reason for why I do this podcast because it's not I'm successful. I'm sharing the lessons that I learned on my way to success. But even then, success is not a finite thing. You don't win success. You don't get success at the end of the 10 years that I start working and then I finally successful and I stop. It's more of like an ongoing thing that never ends. But yeah, I think those are the updates for today. I got the Google Ads running for my dad's business, and and I think I'm just gonna start learning as much as I can tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna start focusing on probably landing pages and get the Google Ad verified. But yeah, so these are rocking and rolling. And that's it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Doc Doc Seal.